What happens when we put the screens aside and truly connect? At Devon Kings, we decided to find out.
Today, I invited 5 friends to come dine with me after work.
We asked you, how do you bond with your loved ones without devices? The answers we received touched our hearts. From your stories, we chose 3 families to feature in Bond Beyond Screens, a one-of-a-kind dinner experience. Because with Devon Kings at the heart of every meal, we're bringing families closer, one story at a time. Bond Beyond Screens with Devon Kings.
It's the season to be merry. It's the season to be jolly. It's the season to have physical conversations with your family over a plate of jollof rice, coconut rice, pasta, you name it. And because it's the season, Devon Kings decided that families should hit pause on their busy screen-filled lives and come create core memories together. My name is Mary Colette. This is Bonding Beyond Screens. Let's meet the Eniekedor family. Hello, welcome. Come in. Drop your phones. Okay, so there's no screens, no gadgets allowed. Zone. All right. Come in with you. Devon.
I'm feeling happy.
Right.
Christmas is my favorite time of the year.
It is lovely. Happiness. What's your favorite time of the year? On your birthday. Girl, me and you. Okay, why do you love your birthday? Because it's all about you, right? Or any other reason? Because it's all about you. Okay.
She chose Christmas because her birthday is 24th.
Oh, so technically it's your birthday. Oh, that's nice. What's your favorite part of the year?
December 31st.
Right.
Where I get to give my all out. Expectant of the following year. I'm always happy. I drop everything to have that day all to myself. Sometimes I don't go anywhere. Even wherever I am, I make sure I'm back home and I enjoy myself to the fullest.
You know, with new resolutions.
Exactly.
Do you have New Year goals, New Year resolutions?
Yeah, it's like a tradition in my church.
So what's your goal for the New Year? I mean,
I've not finished writing.
okay, tell us one. Tell us one goal you have for the New Year.
One of the goals I have is to open my own store. To start. I want to stop working under people, so I want to open my own store to be able to have time more for my girls.
Oh.
So that's one of it in the financial aspect.
What do you currently do?
I used to be a teacher. I teach ICT, coding, and sometimes I do class teaching.
So your New Year resolution or one of your goals in the New Year is to start your own business so that you can have more time for your girls.
Because they are girls, and the world we live right now, we need to be there for them. So we don't seek comfort
outside. Yeah. Fair enough. What's your goal for the New Year?
My goal for the New Year. Well, the first thing I want to start with learning catering because I did my GC recently.
Oh, catering. Nice. So would you like to be a chef when you grow up?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Chef Divine. Chef D. That sounds very... Do you have a chef name already or?
Cami.
Chef Cami. That's like your what, native name?
No, it's like a nickname I got for myself. I use the name online.
Oh, so TikTok?
It's like another language from my name, Devon.
Oh, so what language is that?
Japanese.
Oh, do you like Korean movies? Oh, tell me you like K-drama, eh? What's your favorite K-drama?
My favorite K-drama is Strong Girl Bangkok.
Strong Girl, I don't think I read that one. I know Crash Landing on You. You've seen that one?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Happiness, right? What are your goals for the year?
First one is having a better schedule on praying and studying.
Okay. Better schedule on praying and studying. Alright, so are you on social media by any chance? Yes.
Not really.
Not you? Not really. But not really. What does that mean?
I don't know how to explain it. I have a TikTok account, but I've not posted any video.
I watch other people.
Yeah.
How long do you spend on your phone typically in a day?
Depends on the amount of data I have.
Okay. But if so say you have enough data, how much time do you typically spend on your phone?
The whole day.
The whole day. All right, thanks for being honest. What about you, Devon? I mean, you're on TikTok.
Yes.
What's your
but,
TikTok handle? Is Chef Cami?
No, just coming.
Just Cami. Okay.
Well, I don't post anything either. I'm more of the kind of person to, if I go on social media, I just look at other people. And I hardly spend time on social media. I prefer to do things on my phone that I've downloaded, like pre-downloaded to watch it.
Right.
Or to do, like read. I like reading on my phone.
On your phone. Like what do you like to read on your phone? Novels?
Novels. I read novels, I read comics.
On your phone.
Things like that.
Okay. What would you say that, you do to get them to spend time with you physically, away from their gadgets, away from their TV screens and all that?
I'll start from her.
Okay.
She likes to narrate stories a lot. She writes, and she will want to tell me about what she has written.
Right.
So all I need to do is just call her and tell her, ask a question. Or what are you writing? And you just say she just put the book down and she just start talking. Because sometimes I tell her it's fine.
Right.
Let the next person talk.
Right.
But she only goes on TikTok when she's with her phone. And mostly she watches dances from TikTokers. So once the data is exhausted, she puts down the phone. So all I need to do is limit the data she has.
Right.
It might be 200 MB I want her to use in a day. It might be 100 MB, sometimes 300 MB. That is what I send to her.
Yeah.
Right? And once it's exhausted, she would automatically put it down.
Right.
And again, once it's 6 o'clock in the evening, we are not on our phones.
Right.
Because
so that's the time
at
limit for phones.
at that time we don't have anything to watch put on TV. We don't have any series, even if we have, till the next day.
Once it's 6 p.m.
Once it's 6 p.m. So after eating, talking and everything, if there is no school the next day, she might pick up her phone. She sleeps early. 8 o'clock she's off.
She's off.
So
yeah.
I know till the next day. So even sometimes when there's no light and our phones are off, we always lean to our phone to use most of the time. So once it's 6 o'clock, everybody's off phone.
Right.
I'm the only one that has the grace to pick up my phone because probably I have some messages I need to respond to, or there's something I want to do. But not at that time we're talking.
Yeah.
Not at that time we're talking. Except I'm not at home.
Okay. Awesome. And I'm happy to hear that there is like a structure in place. So it's not that, for physical bonding, for physical time together, because as much as, you spend, as much time as you spend on your phone, it's also important to spend time with your mom here. I also have to ask, I mean, I know that it's not easy to, train a child, all the way to, Divine is how old?
I'm turning 16.
She's turning 16 and Happiness 12 years old. That you've done a fantastic job, meaning you've been mothering for the past 16 years.
Yes.
How has that been?
It has not been easy. It has not been easy. Like I used to tell my cousins when they are attending what I said, don't want to, just bang. So you know how it feels. So it has really not been easy, from feeding, clothing, school fees, church activities, because they like activities, mostly in church and in school and everything. It has not been easy. Right. It has not been easy at all. Because sometimes there's something they really need, and at that time I might not be able to get it. Even if they understand, but even though they understand, it's like I myself don't understand myself, because I'm always looking like I need to get this thing for them. So it has really not been easy. It has really not been easy. You have to make a lot of calls. You have to, because sometimes I do decoration for schools, and sometimes I call friends that are caterers and serve at parties. So I'm looking for where to get just little jobs to be able to get what they need. Because because they are girls especially, I don't want them to feel left out, both in school and church. We are not the type that have friends in streets and things like that. So I always want them to be comfortable. I don't want them to feel out of place. So it has really not been easy. I'm kind of doing the job of the father and the mother. I scold and embrace. So, in most houses, either the father scold, mother embrace, or mother scold, father embrace. But I'm doing the job alone. So sometimes they're like, which one do you want? Do you want to scold us or you want to embrace us? So it has really not been easy being a single parent.
Single parents.
And taking care of girls at that.
Right. What would you say has been the hardest part for you?
Getting through to them. It's hard, at the same time it's easy for me. Getting through to them.
To your babies?
Yes, getting through to them, because when children are growing up, I'm always on edge not to make mistakes. I've seen parents complain, my daughter don't talk to me. I've seen people, my child doesn't do this. As I talk to them, they talk to me, I'm always looking at them to see if they're actually telling me the truth or they are lying. So I want to be, that's really not easy. That's really not easy getting through to them. Sometimes they want to air their mind, sometimes they want to keep it to themselves. Sometimes I don't want to be too harsh, not to push them away so that they can tell me everything.
Right.
At the same time, you have some people telling you behind them, you know you have girls, you need to be very strict. And sometimes I want to be strict with them and I'll find that it's not easy. So once I've pushed them, it's always hard getting them back.
Right.
Getting them back. So that's really not been easy getting through to them. Yeah.
Okay, let me start with you, Devon. Have there ever been times that you felt like you can't tell your mom certain things? I mean, we've heard what she said, that the part she struggles with sometimes is getting through to you and happiness. So starting with you, are there times when you feel like you can't confide in her about certain things?
Well, there are some times when I need something. When I need to get something for school or church that I need something for, and I know she doesn't have it. So most of the times like that, I don't always tell her. I just tell her, oh, it's fine, I don't really want to retain it. And even if there are some things I hide from her, later when I'm talking, like she said, when she asked me one question, I explained everything. And I'm talking, like, and accidentally just talk about the things that were bothering me before, and that's how I mostly talk. So there's nothing I feel like I can keep from her, except maybe when I don't want her to worry about me. That's all.
Right. Okay. What about you, happiness? Are there times when you feel like you can't confide in your mom?
Not really.
You tell her everything.
Not everything. But like if I fight with somebody and I don't want her to go and like start confronting the person, I just keep it to myself. That's all.
Okay, so what do you she's the no-nonsense person of the family, right? So I have to come back to you because your response about like not wanting your mom to worry about certain things that she wants, it sounds very so mature because not everybody's that considerate sometimes. Some people are like, oh, I want it now, you have to give it to me. So do you feel like you've had to like grow up quickly? Not quickly, but you've had to like mature faster.
Well, kind of, because before, now she spends more time with us, but before when my mom had to work, especially during the COVID period, my mom is a teacher. And most of the time teachers are meant to come home early, but because of the nature of her job and everything, she goes in the morning, comes late at night. And I was really young, so somebody comes to pick me and my sister up for school. So because of things like that, I've had to be able to take care of my sister alone and be able to understand that not everything I want that I get, because we're trying to manage in our family.
Right. Okay. So what is one thing you wish you could all do as a family that you currently do?
One thing I wish we could all do as a family. Most of the time, sometimes I feel we should just go out and have fun more. Like, we go out, but not all the time. So what I wish we could do more is to go out, have fun, and maybe go to eateries, go to parks, amusement parks, and things like that. That's just what I wish we could do more.
Happiness, what's one thing you wish you could all do as a family that you currently don't?
Go on vacation and like far from home.
Right. What's your dream destination?
I don't have any really.
Okay.
Just somewhere peaceful and makes everybody comfortable.
Right. What about you, Mommy? What is one thing you would love to do as a family that you currently don't do?
Go on vacation. We are always talking about we're always talking about Korean food. So whenever I like, if I just hit Korea, just go to Korea. It's only their food,
Right.
She whenever they like food channel, so they see a lot of dishes and they're like, I would like to try this dish or I would like to try this dish.
Do you ever feel like you crave for like a father figure for your babies? Because you did mention it that you've had to do the work of a father and a mother.
Actually, not that I'm not looking forward to it, but I stopped because I've met guys. They want me, but don't want the children. So I'm always saying, if you will have me, you have the girls. And there's some that would like one and leave the other one. I said, no, so that you take them both, or you just leave it. So I'm actually not looking forward to it anymore. Even though my siblings would tell me, there was a time someone told me like 7 years ago, I'm giving it to the age of 35. I just looked at them like, what I said. Like, I'm not looking forward to it anymore because I was appearing desperate. So I just get it out of my system and focus on them so that we don't fall in the same boat.
Right. Okay, so right now it's not something you're looking for anymore.
If it comes, it's good,
Right.
fine. If it doesn't come, I'm good.
You're good with your children. Well, Divine, what do you have to say about that?
Well, personally, my mom, she said this about me that she noticed. And I also noticed it myself later on. I'm the kind of person that I have male friends, but I can't spend time with the opposite gender for too long. If I go to my cousin's place and their dad is around, I feel really awkward. So spending time with my own dad when I go to his place for holiday, we end up having an argument most of the time because he's a man. I'm a girl that grew up with my mom and my sister, so it's going to be really hard to relate with the opposite gender. So I mostly space myself from them.
Right. Right. I mean, that's actually a very serious topic. Do you think that is something that affects like your social relationships?
No, I have, like I said before, I have male friends. I have a lot of friends. I know in school, church, I play with a lot of people, but I just don't really feel comfortable with them, like, because when it started, when I noticed it started, I didn't notice at first, but when I thought of it, I noticed it started when in school, if you spend time with somebody too much, your other classmates will start shipping you, start calling you somebody's wife
together, right?
So that kind of thing, I don't like it. So I like to space myself away from there.
Yeah.
And I'm growing up. I don't like it when people look at me, especially when they call me on the streets. I like being on my own.
Right.
So when they call me on the street, I'm like, so I always space myself away from them, like, no.
Okay. I mean, I hear. Do you think this is ignored between us, right? It doesn't have to be aired or anything. Would you mind sharing what exactly? Because I can hear from what you said that you do spend time with your dad. So, do you mind sharing what led to the separation?
I was never in a, I was in a relationship with him, but not thinking about marriage, just got pregnant. And the whole pregnancy issue was not really nice. And it gave me a lot of trauma. We were always fighting. To the extent that sometimes it will go for 2 years and then come back. And at that time when he comes back, might be the time when I'm trying to pick myself up and I will just fall back. So most times she sees me, but I stay with my siblings at that time. So most times she sees me, when I see her dad, we have this, I have this breakdown. So I think she started distancing herself, like it's not nice. Although she started talking to her concerning it. So I think she doesn't like what she sees at that time. So I think we have not been on good terms. I got pregnant. I broke up with him before I knew I got pregnant, actually. The only good thing he did was not denying the pregnancy, but every other thing was really not nice. And that's been rough ever since. I've been called a gold digger. I've been called a gold digger. She's not beautiful, she's too dark, and all those sort of things. So it's really not nice. And I started having friends that would tell me, when they notice my distance with men, like, you need somebody to be able to pull you back up and all sort of thing. That was when I met her dad. And I gave birth to her. And I was still on the hospital bed. I've not been cleaned. And his mom said, I thought you were going to give birth to a boy. And I was like, if you don't appreciate your own granddaughter, how will you appreciate the one I have? I didn't say anything. She didn't wash my clothes. She didn't do anything. I had to call my sister because I was in Osho State at that time. I had to call my sisters. They came, they did everything. And after 41 days, I left. And I was staying with him, but I was not staying with my old self. I wasn't staying with my old self. I just wanted her to grow up. At least see who your dad is. But he wasn't never really around. So I ended up with two girls, two different dads, that do not care about how they live. Or how they pay for school fees, or what they eat. They always want to show off. Our dad will say, my daughter can program, my daughter can sew, my daughter can write, she's a writer. In fact, you see her, she's like a model. And then I stopped her from going there. If it's just to boast, I don't want it. That's why I always take them to my brother's house, let them see what a complete family looks like. Take them to my sister's house, let them see what a complete family looks like. Like, don't judge everybody with my own situation. Because sometimes I leave them there for a week, and my sister's husband, they've been helpful. In our house, we actually call the female mommy.
What do you call it?
They call me Miss Janet.
Oh.
I call my late elder sister Pion, a nickname, and they call my eldest sister Auntie me. So we hardly say the word mommy, because even my parents don't call their moms. My dad and my mom, they didn't call their moms. So it's only the male that like daddy. That even my brother will call him by his name. So I let them go there to see what they complain from. So we are hardly at home when I'm not working. Right. We stay there. Sometimes we go home in the night, sometimes we stay. We hardly go home. And I take them everywhere. So that they can be happy. Right. I take them everywhere. So
that was actually heavy. Thank you so much for sharing. Having heard everything, I know that everything she said is not news to you. You definitely understand. You as especially the firstborn, you've lived through most of these experiences that she's mentioned. Have you ever taken out time to appreciate your mom, to actually tell her thank you? I know you probably have, but I'll actually like you to say to her, say thank you. Is there anything you'd like to thank her for?
I want to thank my mom for a lot of things. She has.
Okay. I want it to be personalized. I don't want you to say it in a she has. I want you to say, what do you call your mom?
Miss Janet.
Really? Look at her and tell her what you would like to tell her.
Miss Janet, thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for given me a life that I don't look at other people and say, oh, I wish I could be like that person. Thank you for always making me feel loved. And thank you for also being the father figure in my life. Thank you because you never make me lack anything. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Happiness, your turn.
Oh, thank you for being supportive physically and spiritually.
So how do you know your mommy? Okay, I'm sorry. How do you know Miss Janet loves you? How do you know she loves you even when she doesn't say?
I don't know how to explain it, but if I ask for something, she'll work towards getting it and everything. And at the end of the day, I'll tell her thank you. So, and she'll be like, anything you ask for again, I'll get it for you. So I know she loves me.
Right. How do you know she loves you even when she doesn't say?
She tries to be involved in my life. Anything I have interest in, even if she doesn't know what it is, she works towards knowing what it is so that when we are talking, she can relate with me. And she also knows my hobbies and the things I like to do or when I like to eat. So she makes sure I am happy.
Right. So, speaking of food, what's your favorite food?
I don't have a favorite food because I like to try new things. I just like to see, like, I won't tell you, okay, I like this particular food. I feel like they have different tastes and different categories, desserts and other stuff. So I would like to be trying new things all the time instead of just eating one particular food because I like that food. So that's why I don't have it.
I mean, I heard you say earlier that it's one of the things you like to do to bond away from your screens is cooking together.
Yeah.
So what meal do you, what's your go-to meal to cook together?
Okay, we cook rice most of the time.
Okay. What type of rice?
We cook jollof rice. I didn't grow up. My parents didn't teach me how to cook because I was spoiled.
Okay.
I was the last child. So when my parents died, I learned to cook not really learned to cook from my aunties, just to peep into the kitchen. So sometimes when I cook, the first time I cooked fried rice, I've given birth to them already. We couldn't eat it. When I cooked fried rice, we couldn't eat it. So we learned to try different kind of food. There was a time we cooked South African soup food. They call it shakalaka.
Okay,
So
I heard of that.
we actually stayed and cooked it. And there was a time we did body. It was all bones. All bones. We were only able to eat the stew. We couldn't eat so we try to pick different kinds of things. Once they see it on TV, they want to try it. Unless I can't get the ingredients, I won't try it. But once they see it, we want to try it.
Lovely. What's the most memorable meal that your mom has made that you can never forget?
The most memorable meal, I'd say, is the shakalaka she talked about. Although I don't like ginger and garlic too much inside food. The shakalaka, when I ate it, I don't like ginger and garlic, and that food mainly has to do with ginger and garlic. I didn't eat much of it, but I like the way we spent time eating it. We ate it at home, and we also took it to school because I think she prepared it for our cultural day.
Yeah.
So when I saw other people tasting the food, even though I could not eat it, I put it in plate and I was eating it. When we go home, we still shared it together. We talked over the events of the day and all that.
Okay. So from everything that I've heard that you guys have, shared with me so far, what's a lesson that your life experiences have taught you that you would hold on to forever? Happiness, do you have something to say?
That family comes first.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, family comes first. When I got pregnant, I couldn't even tell my family I was pregnant. I had to tell a friend, and the friend just blew everything up and took it to church. And like, Sister Janet is pregnant. I knew if I had confided more in my family members, they would have told me, oh, this life you're living in. But once they want to go to that topic, I just snap and they just let me be. Once they want to touch this life you're living, I just snap. So they just leave me. So I think family is very, very important when you're dealing with everything in your life. Your family tells you what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. Family helps you out of your trauma actually. But I didn't really give them the time to. So I think the lesson there is that no matter what happens, they might not be able to solve the situation at that time, but the kind of encouragement they will give you at that time will really help a lot.
And they would cover you as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
I mean, your family would, the way your friend went and told everybody something that you confided in her about, your family.
It was like a family meeting, you just called into the middle and they were like,
look what we had.
even those that they were not mothers, start talking like mothers. I was very, very angry at that time. But I think I brought it on myself at that time, so I just had to hold it. So family comes first in everything.
In everything. When was the last time you sat together as a family and ate like together on a like dining setting?
I think today.
Okay.
There's something here. Yeah, we do sit together and eat a lot. Sometimes we eat from the same plate. That's when we're eating fries. So we do that a lot.
Okay. Eat together, play together, talk together. I mean, I have to ask you, the year is rounding up and we're coming into a new year. It's not easy to have come this far.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's so much you're grateful for.
Yeah, so
right?
much.
So do we want to each share what we're grateful for, you know, as the year comes to an end and in this season?
I'm grateful to be able to. I'm grateful to be able to just like sit and experience life and feel content, because there are a lot of things in my life right now that I'm supposed to be grumbling about, but I'm happy that God has given me the, how do I say, it's like grace or something, to be able to calm down and be mature and not be unreasonable. So I'm grateful for that fact that I have that maturity in me. So that's what I'm grateful for.
I'm grateful for the kind of children that I have. Though it seems hard, but people still look at me and like, oh, you did well.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm grateful that they are not unreasonable. If I tell them I don't have it, they don't disturb me. And so sometimes there was a time we had nothing to eat, and I'll tell them I don't have. They just come to bed and go and sleep. People look at them and like tell their children, can't you be like that? Sometimes I smile, sometimes I tell them that no, don't put there. There was a time I was living in a compound, like you face me, I slap you kind of setting. And something happened. They spoiled something, someone spoiled something, they don't know who. And they said, call all the children in number 9. There was a woman that sells fruits in the next compound. I like, if you're calling all the children, don't call Miss Jenny's children. I know they will never go there. I was happy when I heard. Other than good morning that I said to that woman and good evening, I don't read it to her. For her to be able to single my children out, it means she has been watching them and she has seen that they have good features in them. So I'm always thankful for the kind of children God gave to me. I also thank God that I'm able to provide to some extent for them. I'm grateful for that also. And wherever they go, they're always lovable children. People don't call me to complain. Like, your children this, your children that.
I would like you to also return the favor and tell them how proud you are of them and you know what they do that makes you the most proud. So let's start with happiness.
Happiness. You have been a wonderful girl. You are hardworking. Very, very hardworking. Whenever I'm down or sleeping or I'm not myself, you always look for a way to bring me out. I know you must have forgotten this. There was a time I was sick and you started singing even before the drugs was administered to me. And I was singing with you that day. and I was actually healed that day. I know you have forgotten, you were like 5. I thank God for the kind of person you are. I thank God that you're always by my side, both of you. I thank you because even when I go out and come back at night, I know I'm not worrying about what might have gone wrong. Even though sometimes you kind of switch, but I know you always come back. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Divine, my supermodel. Thank you so much for being a wonderful daughter and a wonderful sister. So happy that she's smiling. Thank you for keeping the house together even when I'm not around. I don't come back home to see awful things. I don't come back and the landlord is either calling me or the tenants, the neighbors are calling me to report you guys. You have always kept it together, and I'm really, really thankful for that. You have not given me a reason to complain the kind of friends you keep. You have not given me a reason to complain the kind of things you do. You have always been reasonable, attentive, and loving. So thank you so much for what you do. Thank you.
Aww. I mean, to be honest, that was actually so heartfelt, and I feel like nothing beats physical conversations. I connect to you mostly as well because I was also raised by a single mom, and seeing what you do with your family resonates so much with me. So I just wanted to say thank you as well.
Thank you so
You're
much.
doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
Your girls are beautiful. You raised them well, and I know that they are going to grow to be even better than they are today, and you will continue to be more and more proud.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence today, and I hope you will carry on this tradition, right?
Yeah.
Of always physically bonding and creating core memories with each other, even beyond here.
Thank you.
Right? All right. Thank you.
I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to Devon Kings for giving us the opportunity to bond as a family. It was such a wonderful experience coming here today, and a very big thank you to our host Mary for the time together. My children get to say a lot of things to me today, and I really love it. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. It was really amazing. And a word for those of you at home: drop your phones, have fun with your family, be friends with your children, be friends with your parents. They are the go-to person you have when anything comes up. They are the ones to pull you out of forever. So you can't be on your phone all the time. Spend more time with your parents. You never can tell. Some of you don't even know your parents will sing or your parents will talk about movies. Bond with them. Talk to them. I'm sure they also want to learn more about you. So bond with your family this season. It's a wonderful season coming up. So bond with your family. Thank you so much, Devon Kings, for the opportunity.
I want to say thank you to Devon Kings. Today was a very wonderful day for me. I got to spend time with my mom and my sister. The host was a wonderful lady. She helped us talk more about our feelings and everything. The food was very, very good. I really loved the food. So I want to say thank you to Devon Kings for this great opportunity, for bringing us here to bond and spend time without our phones and, just relate with each other. So I want to say thank you.